Don's gonna give us all the beats and let us know what it is we're thinking.
Yeah, dude. Alright.
How we're gonna see it.
Scene 1, black. That's what you think? We're gonna record on the day. We'll just be part of scene 2.
Guy Staley here. I am the gaffer on Project Dysentery.
I'm Landon Salyer. I'm the first assistant director.
I'm Marco Scaringi, and on this shoot, I am the line producer.
My name is Bliss Holloway. I'm the director of photography for most projects here at Imagos Films.
My name is Ben Blankenship. I am the production designer.
I am Josh Gelb. I am the producer for Project Dysentery.
I'm Nancy Leonardi. I do makeup and hair.
Hi, I'm Vanessa. I am working on Project Dysentery as the script supervisor.
My name is Eric Alvarez. I am special effects supervisor.
An interior station wagon moments later. The survivors and Clements are crammed into the wagon. Music blares, guns are reloaded, whiskey is shared. So we need a bottle of whiskey. Because the gag is, it's Riley's like, he was a good dude. Come over, good tapes he had, and then you hear somebody scream, Drew scream, the camera whips over and Riley's just full on zombie. Right. How did that happen?
In 5 seconds.
In no seconds.
I found this car, actually a friend of mine was helping me look, and he sent this to me. 350 bucks, they say. And it had no details in the Craigslist ad really, a couple of blurry pictures. I met the guy first at Gasworks Park and gave him the money. Didn't know anything about the car. I just said, here, it's probably fine. The thing is very slow. It gets better as it goes faster, it starts to warm up. And then by the time you're up to 4th gear, it just won't even stop. Because it doesn't have brakes.
This is our baby, huh?
Hey guys.
Here she is.
What's her name?
She whispered in my ear,
Harris. I love it. I like that. That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's cool.
You're dead.
The idea is this. We're talking about putting a camera on a mechanical head, on a gimbal. So it's a pan tilt head. And so that whole thing needs to be able to drop into this car and then be able to articulate and move. So the idea would be that we have a slot big enough that we can drop it in and we can slide it on a dolly on a jib from over to the side of the car and be able to move the camera around and be able to raise it up and come up to where the roof line is, so that if we're doing an intricate move where the camera has to like go up and over the top and turn around and come back down, that we just have enough room for that gimbal to fit.
These are a couple of your other hero ones just for show and tell.
Nice. The shot. I like the combat shotty. Look at that. Can I just carry this all day? This be my director's gun today. My bazooka.
It kind of gets the point across.
It does.
As the prop master / armor, safety's paramount with me. These are all rendered inert, like these heavier duty ones that are metal. They're all blank firing. It feels, sounds, and functions like something realistic, especially with Don. He's very aggressive about what his actors do with his weapons, and I put that into consideration planning for this project.
So is he supposed to be like cerebral nerd or just like completely
Modern nerd.
Okay.
Our interpretation.
So
What? I need that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just doing it up. It's
Okay.
good. I love it.
all right, sweet.
So these guys are 3 or 4 days from civilization. That guy is 3 or 4 months.
Okay.
Yeah, if you come back in a little like that, that's perfect.
Stoked, you kidding me? I play a guy that has survived, 2 turns back and forth across the United States after the zombie apocalypse. I'm into it.
When you say a cure, you think he doesn't get it. To the zombies.
So I'm like idiot.
But yeah, idiot. Like
A zombie cure?
there's no, it's not a question. Rocker, but not like metal, but like rocker. That's the Molly Hatchet. Do you have a more backpack?
This is so topic.
Oh man, if it was more backpack, I'd love it.
I'm Casey, kind of like the nerdiest and the smartest. I outsmart the zombies, and that's why I'm still alive today.
Alright, scene 2, take 7, Mark. We are rigging this jib here on a dolly so that we can pull this camera up to Paris over here and have our lead character Clements climb down off the roof, across the windshield, down the hood of the car, and we'll be slowly tracking backwards with him, pulling back and coming to rest behind the other 4 characters, which are lined up in a semicircle here, observing the action going on in front. So it's a pretty intricate, complicated move, but I think it's gonna work well. All right, guys, take it to 1, please. Rehearsal. We want to be like right there, like with the mat box going by your face. So.
Puking all over the benches of my car, getting bit, turning, and taking turns getting put down by this here spin barrel.
It needs to be fast together, right? So you're gonna say your thing, you're gonna follow up with, you're gonna follow up with your thing. You're gonna be like, coming in right off her, guys, I don't think, and then I got tapes. And action!
$521.16. We think it'll lead to a cure.
Cut!
So we have the dolly, and on top of the dolly we have the jib. So the camera's going to be moving back and forth while in the jib the crane's going to be going back and forth. So we can get all these like 3-dimensional flying around movements, like kind of like the camera is just floating. We can get whatever we want.
Cut. Okay, guys, that did it. That's the one. There we go.
Stage 1, zombie bites.
Action!
As of right now, is having a baby!
I was in the car ready to shoot someone, and all of a sudden I heard that his wife's having a baby. So, I mean, is he still here? He took off? What are you gonna do? I mean, how many times do you have a baby?
We are refactoring our crew. We've promoted Eric and also Guy, who's incredible. Guy's going to do handheld. Eric is going to do the dolly and jib shots, and Dawn is actually maneuvering like the arm. It's crazy, but also super cool because we're really excited for Bliss.
That's one of my best friends. She's having a little baby right now. Her brain is broken.
Sean, I absolutely need you to sell it in your action, okay?
They're gonna go both get
Both
zombified
turn.
and try to bite this guy, and I'm gonna put him down.
Trying to get in. Look at this.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Get in there.
Apparently there's going to be some blood squirting, possibly vomit. So I'm putting a diaper on my microphone.
hand trigger squibs. They go off of 16 gram CO2 cartridges. You just connect it to tubing that you have with the same connector, like so, and then we just fill it up. So that's going to be good for like quick headshots. She actually moves from where she is to the girl next to her and bites the girl next to her.
I'm about to bite some bitches. Let's do this. What?
Action.
Excellent tape, Steve.
There you go. Spray it up against that window thing, like you just said. Okay. Shall we plan?
Action.
Looky here! I found the cube!
I'm Ian Hubert. I did the visual effects of the car driving in the various desert places for Project Dysentery. Throughout the entire duration of the short film, the car never actually drives on screen. All the interior stuff is done on a studio where there are people shaking the car, and all the exterior stuff that was shot, the car was just parked, except for a few shots where we see it driving through the desert, which were actually done all on a computer. So what I was able to do is take some pictures that were taken on set and map them onto 3D geometry that matched like the actual vehicle. I was actually able to download like a station wagon model and just line up the picture onto that 3D data, put some luggage on top, and then rigged it all with the tires and things that could spin and bounce and stuff independently. It really helps with a shot like this to know how it would actually be shot in real life. In this case, I imagine there was another car kind of driving parallel to it and somebody was filming out the window. So there's kind of a really subtle high frequency vertical jitter, and then some kind of equal handheld stuff whenever it goes over a bump. Usually, you know, the other car kind of goes over a bump as well. My favorite part is these are the little chili lights hanging up inside. Gotta have a bunch of these little chili lights.
I'm Ryan Ike. I am a composer for film and games, and I did the music for Project Dysentery. So I'm really big into horror, and one of my favorite horror directors is John Carpenter, who did like Halloween and The Thing and all those kind of classics from the 70s and 80s. And one of the things that I love about his work is that he does all his own music for his films, and it has this really great kind of classic horror, cheesy 80s analog synth kind of vibe that's very singular. And so I really thought something like that would be a really cool fit for this film. So I went for all these analog synths, I used all these old kind of simulated 80s drum kits and all these like big stabby chords and just tried my best to kind of emulate that sleazy grindhouse kind of horror sound. There's the sizzle reel, which is when we're showing footage from the actual game. We all decided that we wanted to use original music from Oregon Trail. And the problem was that it fit almost perfectly to that section of the footage, but it doesn't have an ending. So I literally had to just craft a one-note exit to the song. And then I had to go through and kind of recreate the instruments that the original composer was using. This kind of rock organ, this really heavy metal bass sound, this trap set. Eventually managed to kind of approximate what was going on there and just did this like this glissando at the end to kind of end everything on this gunshot at the end of the footage.
We get that nice little slide out of it.
It's been a blast. It's been one of the most singularly exhausting and creatively rewarding things I've gotten to work on probably in recent memory.
Dysentery. Brutal.
Well, we're trying to find an elegant way to put to make a gun, which is going to be firing right at an actor. And we want to shoot him without hurting him, but have the gun do all kinds of nice smoky, fiery stuff. And I've got these blasting caps. This is actually from it's like a bird deterrent gun. That's power. Boom! The tip on that thing. Just look at the... Oh! It worked!
Yeah, that looks good. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Oh, you dropped it. Have this beard in this heat. It's awesome. We're supposed to do sweat stains, but we're just gonna let me stand in the sun.
Drove down to Tacoma to his parents' house to get the car. And there, sitting in the driveway, was this and another one, which was like really nice. They loved it, and I was really worried. I was like, I hope this isn't some heirloom, some sentimental thing that they loved and cherished, and I'm going to like destroy it and fill it with blood and corpses and bullets.